This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth Nugent.
And the truth will set you free.
He covers everything from high school to the pros and everything in between here in the Tri-Cities. Now, let's go to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line.
All right, folks, it is Monday, February 16th, a beautiful Monday out there today, and we hope your Valentine's weekend was great. Of course, I am Steve the Truth, alongside the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, that is Mr. Harry Clary. Harry, how you doing today, buddy?
Oh, everything is going great, Steve, and all of our Mondays are beautiful.
Yes, they are, and especially talking about beautiful, our co-host Rick Morris is not here. He had surgery over the last week, and we hope he gets well soon, and hopefully he'll be back with us on March 2nd, because next week we don't have a show. It's my wedding anniversary.
Yeah, he should have enough time to recover. I think he said he'd be back next show.
Yeah, next show.
Absolutely.
Yep, it should be fun. So quick recovery there, Rick, and the entertainer that is Rick Morris.
That's right. Plays in the band Elixir.
That's right, yep. And over the weekend, man, big weekend. How was your Valentine's Day? Good?
Oh, Valentine's Day was great, Steve.
Yeah, mine too. We me and the wife hung out, and it was really, really pleasant. And I want to send out a happy Valentine's to my wife, Angela, as well. And this weekend was a big weekend, first weekend without pro football. So there was a lot of other stuff that we could, speaking of Olympics, the NBA All-Star Weekend was this weekend. The Daytona 500 racing is back. That happened this weekend. And, of course, the PGA golf tournament yesterday where it was just fun to watch. We'll get into more golf here in a second. I got that segment coming up. But talking about the Daytona 500, Harry, yesterday, the 68th running of the Daytona 500 is now history with Tyler Reddick and the 23 team, of course, owned by Michael Jordan. 25 out of the 41 starters took a turn out front. There's 25 lead changes in that race, and it was fun to watch. And there was a 20-car pileup in it, and somehow it finished under green, and the rain held off. Of course, Reddick did claim the checkered flag, but Zane Smith, Eric Jones, and Chase Elliott, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. are several who had a legit shot at winning that race yesterday, Harry. And I was watching it at home. I got my man cave downstairs, and I had it full screen, so I was watching the golf, watching the racing, and watching the NBA All-Star weekend as well, and some Olympics. But yeah, I am a Chase Elliott fan, and of course, you know, he drives the 9 car. He was leading with, like I said, less than 100 yards to go to the start-finish line, and he gets taken out, clipped in the tail end, and Tyler Reddick wins the Daytona 500, number 45, one of Michael Jordan's cars that he owns, one of his franchises, what they call it. And, of course, he's number 45 because Michael Jordan wore 45 when he came back from wearing number 23.
Right. So they were chasing Elliott at first, but then Elliott got past.
Yeah, and like I said, there's so much to be said here, but we'll keep it to a brief. Reddick comes back from a winless 2025 to trump NASCAR's Crown Jewel event, leading only the final lap of the race. Only led one lap and didn't lead but 100 yards of that.
Well, so I was a friend of mine, Guy Albanese, sent me a message that he doesn't like some of the rule changes in NASCAR, and he doesn't like that you can have 4 cars on a team.
4 franchises.
Used to be 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he believes that can lead to a bit of domination.
And just not that, each one of them franchises costs about $22 million, the money that goes to NASCAR. And you have to buy your parts from NASCAR, and all the cars are identical. The chassis are the same and everything. You know, the fiberglass body that goes on it says Toyota, but everything underneath is no different than the fiberglass body of the Chevrolet.
Well, let me ask you this. If they got 4 on a team and each car has a backup car,
yeah,
or maybe even 2 backup cars.
Well, at least at the track you got one and then one in the truck.
So really, you got to have at least 8 cars ready on a team.
It's a big money. That's why over the off season they went to court and Michael Jordan headed it up. It says, "Hey, we're losing money. The team that won the championship lost money because they're paying so much money to NASCAR." But like
the Seahawks.
Kind of like the Seahawks going to the Super Bowl. You're exactly right. And playing in California with that tax. And
all
amazing.
The players lost $71,000.
Yeah, that is unbelievable.
Pay to play. Pay to win the Super Bowl.
You're exactly right.
I hope we can talk to Travion about the taxes when he gets in here one day.
Yeah. And like I said, it's amazing there that California does have that working tax. I believe if you live out of state, or employee from out of state, you get a tax.
Well, if I was in charge of the NFL, there would be no more Super Bowls in California.
I agree as well. Get back to the racing here real quick. Elliott, after the Daytona 500 loss, really sucks to be that close and lose. He ended up finishing 4th, spinning across the line during the wreck. But, hey, it's the start of the season. Racing's back, and I love it.
Well, 4th place, you get a little bit of money, don't you?
Oh, yeah. All of them get paid pretty good. And, of course, your sponsors, they got a lot of sponsors and give them money and all that good stuff. Now, moving on, the NBA All-Star Weekend. Your thoughts on that, Harry?
Well, I watched it, and several things. Watching the game, they changed
the format.
They changed uniforms, though.
Yeah,
at halftime. And one team was wearing World, and one team was wearing USA.
One of them was USA Stripes, one of them was USA Stars, and the other one was USA World.
Right.
All the international players were playing on the World.
Right. And
then the U.S. was split up in 2 teams, and they did a double elimination tournament playing 12 minutes basketball games. And that's how it unfolded. And I just watched NBA Live before we came on earlier, and a lot of people out there said they liked it the way it was. And now they keep changing it. I don't know, but I didn't really, and then the time. They're playing on the West Coast, and all this happened during the day.
Yeah.
For 20 years, it's been Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And it went off at 8 o'clock. Playing on the West Coast.
The MVP was Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, he sure was.
And I tell you what, I was real impressed with Kawhi Leonard's game.
Oh.
Wasn't he amazing?
That second game that he was in, man, he could not miss.
And the athletic ability he has, and Wemby is a freak of nature.
Yes,
no doubt about that. Those guys are great.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards was named the 2026 NBA All-Star Game MVP, which is named after Kobe Bryant, and leading the USA Stars to victory in Los Angeles. Edwards scored 32 points across 3 games, shining in the new USA versus World format that was in Los Angeles yesterday. Of course, he had 32 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists over the mini games and shot 13 of 22. And the Stars did defeat the USA Stripes in the finals. And one thing they were talking about, the effort that they put on the court was a lot better than the effort that they would have done if they were just playing a regular all-star game, because you're playing to win something. And, of course, the 2 USA teams got together and said, hey, we're not going to let the world team win.
And why would you?
Yeah.
LeBron James looked pretty good.
Yeah, everything. I enjoyed watching it, but I wish I was just ahead of the curve of the time, because I was assuming that. But like I said, it got me. But hey, the 3-point contest on Saturday there again was in the middle of the afternoon, and Damian Lillard won his 3rd career State Farm's 3-point contest, the 2026 All-Star Game, Saturday night in Los Angeles. They say Saturday night. That was played Saturday afternoon, and it was Saturday afternoon their time. And like I said, it started 5 o'clock here. Most of the time it's at prime time. And with NBC having the Olympics, it was really hard to find. But he did win. He beat Devin Booker in the finals 30-27. And I was listening to Sports Talk this morning, and they should finish with the 3-point contest. Let that be the last thing that happens on All-Star Weekend instead of the first thing, because that's really exciting.
It's the most important thing in basketball now.
Yes, it is, yep.
And that's another thing, when they compare players in basketball, I don't think there's any way in the world you can compare a basketball player in the last 15 years to any of them before.
Mm-hmm.
Because they say, Larry Bird wasn't that great of a three-point shooter. Number one, they didn't start it until he got in. Number two, the coaches didn't go for it at first and wouldn't let you shoot them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he won the three-point contest several times back in the day.
Right. So, it's hard to compare the past to the present. That's my point here.
Yeah, and like I said, all in all, they're trying. NBA is struggling a little bit with viewership right now. I think a lot of it has to do with, should I say, the NCAA's product of men's college basketball is so much better than the NBA right now, just for the rules. They're supposed to play the same rules, but that Euro step, that 3 to 4 step they got in the NBA, that's clearly traveling. It's not getting called. The defense slacks in the NBA. The players taking days off because of, they feel like they're being worked too much. No, NCAA in college basketball, you play every game.
Right. Well, carrying the ball has gotten crazy now. It started getting crazy about the late 80s, early 90s. Now it's like they're palming the ball and holding it for a second or two while they're dribbling.
Yeah, and you can count 3 or 4 steps before they dribble it again on the NBA style. But like I said, dunk contest, Johnson won that. We were talking about that briefly. He defeated the rookie Bryant.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Yeah, from San Antonio Spurs.
Yep.
And like I said, the winning dunk was a self-pass off the baseline between the legs and a reverse slam.
That brought the house down.
Yeah, it did. And like I said, and then what, we can say it as much as we want, but how creative can you be in the slam dunk contest nowadays? What have we seen? We've seen somebody jump over a car. We've seen somebody jump and dunk off the top of the backboard. We've seen just about everything.
Yeah, I guess, they just have to use their imagination if they're going to come up with anything new from here out.
You're exactly right. Now, speaking of new, you and I, the production meeting here we just had just a little while ago, talking about the Olympics. Man, they are really getting into it. And, of course, they end this weekend coming up. It's almost to the end already. The women's national team, our women's national hockey team, won a semifinal game today to move on to the finals in women's hockey. And you got a list of the totals. Of course, Norway is always at the top.
Yeah, Norway's won so far. This was at about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah.
A total of 27 medals, 12 gold, 7 silver, and 8 bronze.
Yeah.
Now, Italy has a total of 22 medals. They have 8 gold, 4 silver, and 10 bronze. And the United States has 17 total medals, 5 gold, 8 silver, and 4 bronze. I've got the whole top 10.
Yeah. No, that's good.
We just wanted to cover the USA, though.
Yeah, that's right. We just want to keep it updated with the medal count. Of course, they continue. I think the last weekend is Sunday, I believe it is. So a lot of positive things happening. And once you start watching that curling, you hear it all the time. And we don't, I don't watch the Olympics. And then when it's on for, 16 days, that's all we watch because it's on everywhere.
Well, curling's one of my least favorite things to watch. But what's amazing about it is the people are screaming so loud. you know what I mean?
It is.
It's like, boy, I don't scream that loud when I watch paint dry.
Yeah. That's exactly right. You're just joining us here. It is 15 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary and the entertainer that is Rick Morris. He's not with us tonight. He's recovering from a surgery. So the big news of the day, Harry, the big news. Unfortunately, Pitt's my Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins cut their entire team.
They have definitely released.
Well, they're trying. They put a big dent in it.
They put a start to see where the new regime is taking over. And the Miami Dolphins did release Tyreek Hill in a flurry of roster moves Monday that will clear significant salary cap space. Former Pro Bowl linebacker Chubb was also informed that he'll be released Monday as well. And Miami also released offensive lineman Daniels and wide receiver Nick Westbrook on Monday as well. And the moves reflect the Dolphins' new direction under the first-year general manager of John Eric Sullivan, and will save the team roughly $21 million in 2026. The number increases to $30 million if Chubb's release is immediate. So I'm looking forward to seeing who we pick up.
That'll pay for half a quarterback.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And in Chubb's 4 seasons with Miami, he was mirrored with off-season issues, including multiple lawsuits and incidents in 2024 where he was dragged up. This is Tyreek Hill, dragged out of his vehicle by the Miami-Dade police outside of Hard Rock Stadium just hours before the Miami Dolphins regular season opener. So it's, like I said, it's what it is.
Right. I saw a special on him. The doctors are saying that he is a physical freak of nature, that they believe he's going to totally recover from this. But it's like you said, he's got too much drama, too much trouble off the field.
Yeah, yep. And now the big question is now, what are the Miami Dolphins going to do with Tua turn the ball over?
Well, I don't think you're going to get much for him.
Yeah, well, while the Dolphins have now begun their rebuilding process, a decision has not been made regarding quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, who represents, get this, a $56 million cap hit in 2026 and a $54 million guaranteed salary. Guaranteed $54 million. And I did watch earlier. I watched Inside the NFL, and this was breaking, and they said what Miami's going to try to do is they're going to try to trade him off. They'll eat some of the salary and trade him as Denver did Russell Wilson, and then go out. And I read today they're looking at Ty Simpson, the quarterback for I think he's coming out to play for Alabama.
Rick Morris just texted and said, you're going to be glad that they're going to start over.
Yes, I am. Mammy, yeah, you're right. I am glad.
It's almost like the Cowboys when Jimmy Johnson came in. They just cut everybody. Remember that? It was I can remember them saying they were waiting for the revolving door to stop. and that's what Miami reminds me of a little bit here. Now, if they just had somebody like Herschel Walker to trade, they could mirror that incident.
Yeah, like I said, I'm looking for a fresh start. We've spent 5 years with Daniels, and we were talking about it in a production meeting. Tyreek Hill might end up with the Chargers. That's where McDaniels is, our quarterback, our former coach, excuse me. He's the offensive coordinator there. He'll fit right in over there.
Yeah, if he can keep his nose clean.
If he can keep his nose clean, you're exactly right. Don't forget, coming up here very shortly, Toni, Carr, Hathaway, Tony's Oily World will be with us, and we'll get you straight on some of the stuff to help you out with a lot of allergies and different stuff that's happening this time of year. And with some Tony's Oily World will be with us here just about the bottom of the hour. Last note before we go to break here, the Hopewell High School boys basketball team has a 10-7 record in 2025 and 26 as of mid-January. Recent results include a 61-52 win against Matoka on February 13th and a 49-42 victory over Meadowbrook February 12th. The team has recently success with a notable 4-game win streak during this, Harry. So the basketball team slowly getting together, new coach, Coach Pillen back there at the helm, slowly getting there. They're 10-7, and they play coming up this Wednesday. They play Verona. Of course, you can hear the Hopewell Blue Devils basketball right here on WHAP. And they have a fundraiser tonight from 6 to 10 at City Point Ice Cream and Burgers right there downtown Hopewell. It's a fundraiser for the basketball team. If you go down there, some of the proceeds of the stuff that you buy, they will donate it to you.
When's that going to be?
Tonight. Yeah, it's happening right now. I think it started at 6 o'clock.
We need to stop in there.
Yeah. Well, we went to lunch the other day there. It was real pleasant. Everything was really, really good. Want to give Ashley a shout out. Everything was really up to par, and the milkshake you got was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Yeah.
I don't look like it, but I haven't.
You're exactly right. It is just about 21 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. We're going to take a break. Don't forget, you can hear us every Monday night right here from 6 to 7, and also on YouTube. We're on YouTube at the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show, WHAP, on YouTube, and on Tuesdays from 5 to 6, you can see us on Channel 3 on your local cable. So that gets us caught up. We're going to take a break. When we come back, hopefully Toni Carr Hathaway will be with us. Get you all set with Tony's Oily World right here on the Bottom Line.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Toni Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Hemco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Hemco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Hemco at 458-8514, open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383. or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the Bottom Line.
That's what I said.
All right, we are back here. I am Steve the Truth. I want to thank Harry Clary of course, for joining me there in that first segment. He'll be back with me in the third segment to do On This Day in Sports. And we'll give a shout-out to Rick Morris. Of course, he's home recovering from surgery, so hope you get well soon there, big guy. And joining me now is, she don't need any introduction here on the bottom line. It is Toni Carr Hathaway with Toni's Oily Worlds. Toni, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Always get excited when I get to come and talk on your show.
Yeah, we love you being here. Of course, Carr Brothers, of course, check that out at 1300 Jackson Farm Road as well. Best burger in town, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what do we got today, young lady?
Well, February is Heart Month, so we're talking about heart health. And a couple of things, statistics, I guess you want to say. But, Steve, did you know that somebody in America has a heart attack about every 40 seconds? Mm-hmm. That's crazy, every 40 seconds. And, of course, most of them didn't wake up that morning thinking it was going to be their day, you know. And then this is something I thought was really, you know, kind of just hits me. It's your heart beats about 100,000 times today.
Mm.
And the question is, are we going to help it or are we going to fight it? So when your heart health gets personal in your own home, you realize quickly that it's not just about cholesterol numbers. It's about hydration. It's about stress. It's daily habits. It's consistency.
Yeah, you keep bringing up hydration. How can oils help that?
Because it matters more than people think. Even mild dehydration makes the heart work harder. Less fluid means the heart has to pump harder to circulate. And even last week, my Glenn had an episode with his device that went off. He fainted in the floor, and we really believe that it came from dehydration because he was treating another underlying issue that caused him to dehydrate and a lot of vitamin and mineral loss. And so, I mean, hydration is just a really big thing. One thing you can start doing, even just tomorrow, is to drink water before your coffee. I'm not saying not in place of it, just drink it before. Because it kind of just wakes your body up. I like to put a drop of doTERRA's lemon oil in it because it's like saying, good morning, we're going to have a good day. You know, it's like, it's a little detoxing. But even if you didn't put an oil in it, but try drinking a glass of water before you drink your coffee. Coffee in itself is very dehydrating. So wake your body up with a smile, with a glass of water.
I drink a glass of water, a bottle of water when I get up every morning. And you're big on healthy fats as well.
Yeah, because when we were growing up, we're always taught that fats were the villain. They were the bad guys. But the heart is a muscle. It's surrounded by blood vessels, and those vessels need flexibility. They need to be able to move. They need to be able to pump. And so you need to think about real fats, like avocados or extra virgin olive oil. And you want to drizzle it on. You don't want to, like, deep fry everything in it. And then, like, walnuts is a healthy fat, but not a handful. I mean, a handful, not a bag. I know sometimes on the way home from Sam's Club, I'll get this nut mixture, and I open it up, and good Lord, I eat about half the bag before I get home.
I've been known to do that.
And then salmon, if you like salmon, which I do, or, like, another fatty fish like sardines. My dad used to eat sardines like crazy. Or mackerel.
I used to eat those, but here lately I just can't.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had a sardine. Mm-hmm. But then other things like chia seeds or flax seeds. Now I put those in my oatmeal. I put them. You can sprinkle them on yogurt. You can even put them on a salad or mix. I like to mix them in my waffle batter. Mm-hmm. But these are just regular grocery store foods. They're not weird health foods in the aisle. You know, that kind of stuff. It's just everyday stuff.
Yeah, and if somebody doesn't eat fish,
then the daily use of a quality omega-3 can help support healthy inflammation levels and support your cardiovascular wellness. Consistency, of course, is key. And that's the big thing with heart health, too, is just being consistent. Just don't do it for a week and think, oh, I'm okay. You need to do it daily.
Yeah, that's the pill I take, I believe it is.
Yeah,
I need to get some more, too.
Glenn and I take those, and Steve has been taking them since I let him chew one day on the air, and he was like, what? And that's one of the cool things about it is you can chew these fish oils. They were tested. They have wild orange in them, and they were tested with the wild orange and without, and it absorbs so much better. that they left the wild orange in, and it also makes it so where you can actually chew them because they don't taste like fish. But it's a whole body support supplement, and it's for your body. It's for your inflammation, support your heart health, protect your brain, your joints to keep them moving well. So it's not just omega-3s. If you ever had a little fish burps, like if you've taken fish oil before, and a lot of times it's because they're already rancid when they're sitting on the shelf because they don't last that long. But with doTERRAs, if you decide to bite into them, which is what I do every morning, you just get this burst of like an oily flavor, but it has wild orange. So, I mean, there's no fish oil taste in those. So you're not just adding an oil, you're supporting your cells. Your heart, your brain, your joints, all of it works better when inflammation is in balance. I'll always tell people, if you want something simple you can take daily that quietly supports almost everything, your E-omegas is that foundation piece. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, I think stress is a big one. Everybody had. Like I said, you brought us some things today. A little shout out to the Bluegrass guys in Saturday mornings, Keith Hall and Buddy Hall.
Right.
You called into Buddy's show on Saturday. And you brought him a little thing to help out with stress because, working a radio station, you're right.
Got to have
a little
stress. Yeah, stress is a big one. And the heart listens to your nervous system. We got all kinds of sirens. I don't know if you can hear them. Somebody's under stress. But the heart listens to your nervous system. If you live in that fight or flight all day, your heart's going to feel that. And when your brain thinks you're under attack, your heart's going to respond. So we've got to calm the nervous system. And when you do that, you indirectly support the heart at the same time.
Yeah, okay, here comes the oils.
Yeah, but not in a dramatic way. Aromatics go straight to the limbic system. That's the emotional center of the brain. So oils like lavender, they promote relaxation. Frankincense, what they gave baby Jesus, promotes grounding. Kind of like you're just walking in some woods, it's just peaceful. Copaiba is another one. It comes from Brazil, and that promotes calming. And then you have adaptive, and that supports your emotional balance. And then Shinrin Yoku, I know it's kind of a weird one. It's kind of a new one, but it was inspired by Japan, where they do forest bathing, where you go and you hang out in a forest without any electronics, no phones or anything, and you just breathe and you just think. And they have found out that the trees release chemicals, and when you breathe those chemicals, it's peaceful. I mean, that's why when you take a walk in the woods or a hike, you feel so much better. On the ocean, you feel better.
Yeah, the ocean is my go-to place.
Yeah,
sit there on the beach,
too. Yeah.
Just listen to the waves.
But I mean, it's something real about that. I mean, God created that, and so doTERRA created in this Shinrin Yoku the same type chemical reaction that you would get from that. But I mean, it's just these you can just use them on your wrist, your feet. You can put them in your palms and just kind of cup them over your nose. You can even diffuse them. But you're not curing anything. You're just supporting your stress response, and that is going to help your heart. Yeah,
and I just mentioned it a little while ago. You did bring us something here for the WHAP crew. Exactly what is that?
That's right. I did. I made these little rollers, and I called them WHAP Calm. It's my adaptive blend and fractionated coconut oil. It's just in a little roller, and you just roll it on your wrists before a busy day or before one of your shows, because I know even radio can get stressful. I mean, it's simple, it's supportive, and it's a reminder to just pause and take a deep breath and just enjoy life.
Yeah, give the listeners something they can do today.
All right, the water before coffee.
Yeah.
Try that. I mean, that's something that's so easy, and you're supposed to drink half of your body weight in water throughout the day.
Ooh.
And
that'd be a whole bunch for me.
That's I know, I don't quite get mine in every day either. And they say like just a 10-minute walk after meals is good because it gets everything going. It kind of moves it around. And of course, using your olive oil instead of processed seed oils. Think about eating real fats, not the fried corn oil and things like that. and try not to eat so much of the fat. Made me think of Glenn likes to eat all the fattiest parts of the meat when you see it.
Yeah, that's the best part. Glenn's a smart guy.
And then sleep consistently, and that's my problem. My cat wakes me up 2 or 3 times a night. I need somebody to tell me how to fix that. Yeah,
Willow's starting to do that with us. We got a cat that he will be a year old next month, and he's just got to the point where he's jumping around all in the bed, all kinds of. I wake up, he's laying on my chest.
No, I know, Buddy's a mess though. But and then manage stress intentionally. Like the adaptive rollers that I brought them. I use adaptive. There's balance, frankincense. There's so many of the oils that can be so calming, and you really need to. I know I probably don't even do it as much as I should, because sometimes I just get stressed in my daily life with Carr Brothers and doing everything else. And so you really have to intentionally try to manage your stress. If you smoke, just at least start cutting back. Even small changes matter.
It does. It really does. What's the biggest takeaway?
Well, your heart doesn't need perfection. It just needs consistency. If your heart is going to beat for you 100,000 times a day, let's just give it something good to work with, and just take baby steps, and let's try to live a long, long time.
Yeah, if you're just joining us here on The Bottom Line, this is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Eric Cleric. Our guest tonight is Toni Carr Hathaway with Toni's Oily Worlds, and she just gave us a good setup about taking care of your heart health, and these oils can help you do that.
Yes, they can, and the supplements, and you need to get your omegas in.
Now, how can they reach out to you if they're...
You can text wellness to 804-212-8571. If you do the wellness, then I'll just know it's not some random crazy person texting me. And I'll reach back out to you. Or stop by Carr Brothers. I'm there 6 days a week, 5 days a week, because Monday I'm up here. But anyway, or message me on Facebook. I have Toni's Oily World Facebook page. I do have my Toni Carr Hathaway page that I post on both of those. But I would love to sit down and talk with you, or just, it's what I like to do. It's my passion, just to educate people on the natural tools that we have. God gave us these things, and we need to use them.
And on her Facebook page, Toni's Oily World, she'll come on and do a video and explain what oil does what. So you can go on her Facebook page and really get educated on these oils. So check it out when you get a chance. And I want to give a shout out to Glenn and our Cavaliers are looking pretty good in basketball. So, and I was just talking about Hopewell High School basketball and how well the varsity team is playing right now. They're 4 in a row, and Travis is over there helping them.
JV's only got one more game. It's Wednesday, and I can't be there. But he's doing a good job.
Yeah, that just shows you how big Hopewell is. Everybody is connected somewhere or another to some type of sport.
So true. True. We're all blessed.
Yeah. Toni, thanks so much for being here with us tonight. And, of course, you can check it here on the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show, WHAP, on YouTube. It'll probably be up by Wednesday or so. And then next Tuesday at 5, you can watch it on on Channel 3 on your local cable and see Toni and myself on that. And if you need any numbers or phone numbers or any information you need on that, you'll see the ads right there on TV that you can write down whatever you need to get what you need. Toni, thanks so much.
Thank you. I'll see you next time.
Yes, ma'am. And don't forget, y'all get a chance. What's coming up at Carr Brothers this week?
Wednesday, Jeff Kraft is playing from 6 to 9. And then Friday, I believe it's Matt Villa.
Yeah.
Playing 6 to 9 also.
Yeah, and then we got a little group that does a little golf thing every so often, and it's 9 of us.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Billy Horn. He come back and won the golf yesterday. He was the last one to pick, and he picked Morikawa, and he come back and won yesterday by 1 stroke. So congratulations to Billy Horn.
Hey, we got karaoke on Thursdays too. Every Thursday. We just started doing 6 to 9 instead of 7 to 10. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
They get there at 4:30 anyway, so why not start at 6 instead of 7? But it's a great time, so if anybody does karaoke, come on out. It's a great time.
Yeah, it's a great crowd there, too, at Carr Brothers on Thursday night. And she has a dinner special for you, too, on Thursday. with that, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Me and Harry will be back, and we're going to do On This Date in the next segment, and we're going to talk college basketball top 25 right here on the Bottom Line on WHAP, The Point.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Toni Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Hemco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Hemco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Hemco at 458-8514, open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383. or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the Bottom Line.
That's what I said.
All right, we're back here at the studios, K&L Barbecue Studio, one of our proud sponsors. And we want to thank again Toni Carr Hathaway with Tony's Oily Worlds being with us in the last segment of the show. She always does a great job. And yeah, please, just since, you know, we are a sports talk show, but you got to take care of your body and your heart, Harry.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, she has a great radio voice.
She does.
And she gets her point across very well, I think.
Yes, she does. I want to give a shout-out to some of them out there listening. My wife, Angela, and my granddaughter, Kennedy, are listening to us. They're on the WHAPradio.com, anywhere in the world on your phone. Of course, you can hear us on WHAP 1340 AM, 96.9 FM, and Channel 3 in the Tri-City areas from 5 to 6 on Tuesdays, and YouTube channel, the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show, WHAP. So that gets us caught up with what's happening here, and just like we do every week,
it's time for On this date in sports history,
with Harry Clary, brought to you by Carr Brothers, the gathering place located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road. Now, here's Harry.
All righty, that's Carr Brothers, best burger in town, sponsoring this segment. On this day in sports history, 1949, Jumpin' Joe Fulks set an NBA record by scoring 63 points in one game. That record stood for 10 years. Wasn't broken until 59. 1962, on February 16th, Jim Beatty became the first human to run a sub-4-minute mile indoors. Of course, it was Roger Bannister who ran the first sub-4-minute mile in 1956. In 1968, on February 16th, American ice skater Peggy Fleming won the only gold medal for the United States in the 1968 Winter Olympics. The only one, Steve. What's green in skates?
What?
Peggy Flem. All right, 1974. On this day, on February 16th, Wilt Chamberlain scored 30,000 points.
Man.
He was averaging like 32 points a game and over 23 rebounds a game at that time. 1992, on February 16th, Bonnie Blair, remember her? She won her second consecutive Olympic gold medal in the 500-meter speed skating event.
I watched some of that speed skating last night.
Yeah, she was a big name. Okay, and in 2017, Sidney Crosby became the 86th player in the NHL history to score 1,000 points in hockey. And birthdays today on February 16th in 1959, we have John McEnroe. A lot of you young people don't remember. He was this real polite guy that never complained about anything, never argued calls. He was just a super guy.
One of the best tennis players.
Oh, yeah. He was a great tennis player. 1972, Jerome Bettis was born. We remember him. Remember in the Super Bowl, they kept showing his parents until he fumbled. And then they wouldn't show his parents, and then they got the ball back, and Pittsburgh won, so they started showing his parents again. And Mark Price was born in 1964. On this day in sports history, February 16th.
Yeah, Mark Price, he was the point guard for Georgia Tech, and he played for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Absolutely, Steve. I'm surprised you can remember all that because that was in the mid-'80s.
It was. I enjoyed watching it back then. That's when the Bulls were against Cleveland, and it was just good NBA basketball.
One of the best foul shooters of all time.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, backing up a little bit more on your tennis thing with John McEnroe.
The real polite guy.
Yeah, real polite guy. I talked to somebody. I wanted to mention it on the air. He said he may be listening tonight, but if not, we'll give him a shout-out anyway. Jerry Williams, who we played tennis with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I ran into him last week, and he called me just to say hi, and we called up for about 30 minutes, and he wanted me to tell you hello.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jerry was playing some remarkable tennis for his age,
He's still playing. He plays in, I think he told me, Chesterfield, and he's 80 years old now, and he's still playing tennis.
That's amazing. Good for you, Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry, we want to give you a shout-out, big guy, man. We appreciate you so much. Him and I go way back. He taught me how to play. His cousin Darryl was out there with us at Riverside Park. Riverside, what is that called now? J.C. Park?
Yeah, and Riverside. I've always called it both.
Yeah, and we played tennis. It was many moons ago, but it was great seeing him the other day. I just wanted to give him a shout out as well. Now, changing gears, and that is the, like I said, on this date by Carr Brothers, the Gathering Place. Now, Harry, taking a look at the college basketball AP Top 25. Arizona's been number one most of the year until this week. Arizona don't lose once. They lose twice this past week. They fall to fourth, with Michigan getting all but one vote to be number one. Houston comes in second with one vote. Duke moves up to 3, Arizona 4, UConn 5, Iowa State 6, Purdue 7, Kansas 8. Nebraska, who's been playing very well all year, they're ranked 9th. And Illinois is in the top 10. Gonzaga's 11th. Florida's 12th. Texas Tech is 13th.
And let me guess, the next one starts with a V.
It does. The University of Virginia has moved up to 14th. They're 22-3. They played Saturday night at a neutral site in Nashville against the Ohio State and come away with the victory there. Excited for Virginia. Michigan State's 15th. North Carolina falls to 16th after a loss to Miami. A tough loss coming last weekend. They beat Duke on the last-second shot, and then they come in and lose to Miami. They need to get some consistency there down in Tar Heel country before the big tournament coming up. St. John's is 17th. In St. John's, Rick Pitino is coaching St. John's, and he has been around forever.
Wow, he's been around forever. You're exactly right.
And his son coaches at Xavier, and St. John's beat them last week. So that's some little note there. So, St. Louis that would probably be the only team that gets in from the Atlantic 10. They're ranked 18th, Vanderbilt 19th, Arkansas 20th. Another ACC team is 21st with Louisville. Miami of Ohio, who is the last team unbeaten, I believe, they are ranked 22nd. BYU 23rd, Wisconsin 24th, and Alabama rounds out the top 25. And like I said, Michigan 24-1 is off to its best 25-game start in school history. The Wolverines won 10 consecutive games since their home loss to Wisconsin. Michigan holds a 2-game lead in the Big Ten standings over Illinois with just 5 regular season games remaining. Switching gears here, looking at the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference. Top of the heap is Duke, of course. They are 23-2 overall, 8-1. They got 1 loss there in the conference to North Carolina last week. UVA's second. We have 2 losses in the ACC, and we are 22-3, 12-1 at home, and 7-1 on the road. Looking pretty good, playing good defense and shooting the ball extremely well.
They're probably the best they've been since they won it all.
We won it all in 2019, playing very, very well. Clemson 3rd, Miami 4th, NC State and North Carolina round out 4 and 5. Of course, the big tournament's coming up, and like we said in the production meeting, Harry, we won't be here next week because it's my wedding anniversary. But the following week, March 2nd, it's going to be 1 year, Harry, that you and I have been back on the radio.
It flew by.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Like I said, we want to thank everybody for listening to us, and like I said, everybody that's been supporting our show, all our sponsors and everything. 2 weeks from tonight will be 1 year that we've been back on radio.
Oh, that's amazing, and
we'll try to have a special show with that, and have, like I said, we've had plenty of guests on locally and nationally, and like I said, we do it for 1 hour out the show, 1 hour out the week for the show. And one thing that we decided to do when we came back on is stay local, and we have stayed local. And using this as an example, last Monday night we had the Hopewell High School wrestling team on. And
those guys were great. They were all well-spoken. Those kids, I think, could have a future in broadcasting one day.
Yeah, and like I said, 6 of the 7 of them made it to the States. They'll be going to the States tournament for wrestling at the high school level. And
that's great.
I think 4 of them are freshmen and 1 of them is a sophomore.
Yeah, 2 of the kids last week were freshmen. 2 were juniors, I believe.
So, local, and the Hopewell basketball team is on a 4-game winning streak right now. The Lady Devils are playing right now. They're playing back-to-back. They're going to play tonight and tomorrow. So that game's going on right now at Hopewell High School. And also, don't forget, if you get a chance, go down to City Point Ice Cream and Burger Shop tonight. And all the proceeds, some of the proceeds will go back to the basketball team.
Hey, I tell you what, I don't think they expected a whole lot out of the basketball team this year, so it's really a pleasant surprise.
Yeah,
they're doing so well.
Yeah, 10-7. Coach Pillam's got them going real. And Barrios, Petro Barrios, his assistant coach, of course, he was on the team with the Richard Bland Statesman when they won the championship. When I called that, when I was the voice of the Richard Bland Statesman back in 2015, that he said after the basketball season, that he would give us some time on Mondays. Of course, Mondays they got practice and everything, so we'll have him coming up as well. But like I said, coming up this week, UVA plays Georgia Tech on Wednesday night, and then the next couple games, of course, next Saturday at Charlottesville, they're naming the court after Coach Bennett. We're playing the University of Miami.
He deserves it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And then we play NC State next Tuesday, I believe, and then the following Saturday we have to play Duke. So we'll learn a lot about our team over the next 2 weeks.
Well, they should be loose, and, they're not expected to win, so maybe they will.
Yep, and like I said, the Olympic medal update, we gave you that earlier. Like I said, if you get a chance, check that out. You cannot say much about the Olympics. Only comes around once every 4 years, so it's fun to watch.
It's funny. Some people like the Winter Olympics better. Some people like the Summer Olympics better. But I think most people like the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, that's going to do it for our show tonight. We're up against a hard break. We want to thank Toni Carr, Hathaway, for being with us again tonight. And like I said, check it out tomorrow on your local cable, Channel 3 tomorrow from 5 to 6. And then, of course, our YouTube channel, the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show, WHAP. Check it out. And like I said, 2 weeks from now, next week, we'll have a best of show. And then 2 weeks from tonight, Rick Morris hopefully will be back with us. And we hope he is getting better every second of the day. That'll do it for Harry Clary. I am Steve the Truth. We will see you
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
What was I just listening to?
You've been listening to Steve the Truth Nugent with The Bottom Line on Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM.
Craving a burger, a shake, or something sweet? Come on down to City Point Ice Cream and Burgers. They're serving all your favorites right here in the heart of Hopewell. From classic burgers and fries to their signature crazy shakes, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. City Point Ice Cream and Burgers is located at 236 East Broadway, downtown Hopewell, open Thursday through Monday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. City Point, more than just a burger. That's City Point Ice Cream and Burgers.
Breaking news.
Tax refund shock is everywhere, but what is it?
My tax refund shrank.
Mine too. The culprit? Pandemic-related stimulus payments and tax credits expiring. In this reporter's opinion, you need a tax expert.
Hey guys, Jackson Hewitt guarantees your biggest refund.
And tax prep is 50% off? Going there now.
50% off is a limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
Breaking news.
Tax refund shock is everywhere, but what is it?
My tax refund shrank.
Mine too. The culprit? Pandemic-related stimulus payments and tax credits expiring. In this reporter's opinion, you need a tax expert.
Hey guys, Jackson Hewitt guarantees your biggest refund.
And tax prep is 50% off? Going there now.
50% off is a limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
This is Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve Nugent, right here on Sports Radio 1340, WHAP, Hopewell.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steaks, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
This is Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve Nugent, right here on Sports Radio 1340 WHAP Hopewell.
Craving a burger, a shake, or something sweet? Come on down to City Point Ice Cream and Burgers. They're serving all your favorites right here in the heart of Hopewell. From classic burgers and fries to their signature crazy shakes, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. City Point Ice Cream and Burgers is located at 236 East Broadway, downtown Hopewell, open Thursday through Monday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. City Point, more than just a burger. That's City Point Ice Cream and Burgers.
What was I just listening to?
You've been listening to Steve the Truth Nugent with The Bottom Line on Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM.